Today, South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol declared martial law, citing the opposition Democratic Party accusations of plotting sedition and anti-state activities. He accused the Democratic Party, which controls the National Assembly or Parliament, of trying to overthrow the government through legislative actions like impeaching officials and obstructing budget processes. The declaration was an attempt to eradicate pro-North Korean forces and protect the country's constitutional order. The immediate reactions were that the opposition leader, Lee Jae-myung, called for the Democratic Party members to convene at the National Assembly. The National Assembly was reported to be closed by the police, but the Democratic Party members managed to enter. By 1 a.m. Korean Standard Time, the Assembly passed a resolution to lift martial law with full support from present members, the vote being 190 to 0, and there's 300 members in parliament, so all members that showed up voted against martial law. So this was a hardcore martial law. It included banning media, political activities were banned, like protests. Medical personnel was ordered to return to work, ending a ongoing doctor strike. Arrests could be made without warrants for violations of the martial law edicts. The initial response to this martial law announcement was reports of mobilization towards the National Assembly and potential for unrest. President Dong-hoon, so this guy's approval rating has been low for years now. He got elected in 2022. His approval rating is down to 19%. And keep in mind, South Korea is a place that was under military rule until 1987, so they're not strangers to this. But the place my mind goes to is what's happened in Russia and Ukraine over the last 10 years, where it's a confirmed fact that we used NGOs to stir up protests in Ukraine, to stir up protests in places like Belarus, all the old Eastern European former Soviet Union countries, and put in our own puppet leaders there. So they're calling these people North Korean sympathizers who are opposing and obstructing the agenda of this president. But one thing is abundantly clear is that there's a lot of problems going on in North Korea, and a lot of it might be driven by propaganda. I mean, they seem like a weird blend of a place that's easy to brainwash, but also it's a democracy for the most part, right? So maybe because they're so recently removed from like an authoritarian style leadership, and now they're kind of free to do their own thing, they're extra impressionable because, they have the biggest cult in the world, which is this whole K-pop thing. That's just madness, like the Beatles times 10. And then the 4B movement started there. So, the whole stupid thing where the girls are shaving their heads saying they're not going to have kids or not have boyfriends or not have sex or anything. So I don't know what kind of propaganda is going into this. I haven't studied South Korea in a deep way, but I'm about to, because they are the number 3 exporters of electronics in the world, and this is a strategically important ally, no matter how insignificant you think they are to our day-to-day. I would argue they are pretty significant, because if we're going to start playing hardball at China, we're going to need South Korea and Taiwan to step up to fill any potential voids. But I will keep you updated as this thing develops. Seems like things are heating up between North and South Korea and all around the world. Take care. God bless.